Hey everybody, this is Zach here at Yaz, and today I'm going to be showing you how to find keywords for your business. So those can be used in search engine optimization and also in your ads campaigns. So let's jump right in. Okay, so you'll see here that I am logged into Google Ads. I'm going to be using today Google Ads' keyword planner. So if you don't already have a Google Ads account, you do need one to access this keyword planner, but you don't actually have to be paying for ads to use it. So if you, again, aren't running Google Ads, you can just quickly sign up, create an account, enter in your billing information, but then don't actually start running any ads. And that way you can access this keyword planner. So in Google Ads, the way that I got here was up in Tools, this little wrench kind of near the top right. Click on that, you'll get a drop down that says Keyword Planner. So once you click on that, it just brings you to this page here, and you'll see there's a section here for Discover New Keywords. So I'm going to click on that arrow. You can either start by putting in keywords that you already have, or you can start with a website. I almost always like to start with a website, and I will actually use competitors' websites when doing keyword research to see what they're doing. So in this case, I'm going to pretend that I'm a boat dealer in Toronto. I wanted to pick something that has nothing to do with what I do. So I chose three competitors, which would be yachtworld.com, Anchor Yacht Sales, and Toronto Yacht Sales. So I'll type in the first one here, yachtworld.com. And then you click Get Results. So what's going to happen now is Google is going to quickly scan through their website, figure out what some of their keywords are, and then give you some data on it. So the most important things that we're going to be looking at today are the keyword ideas. Obviously, that's where you're going to get your keywords. The average monthly searches, which again is how many times this keyword is being searched every single month. And then the competition. So I always like to start by clicking on average monthly searches so I can see which ones are being searched the most. So we'll give that a second to load there. And so when this loads up, you can see immediately that boat sale, for example, is searched 22,000 times, which is really, really good for a keyword. Now, if the competition didn't matter, you would want to immediately grab all of these high competition ones and start targeting them. But since competition is an issue, you want to try to find ones that are low or medium competition that are still relevant to you. So competition means that there are a lot of your competitors basically fighting for the top spots for these keywords or running ads for these keywords. So it's going to cost you a lot more to place for those keywords, again, because you're up against a lot of people trying to do the exact same thing. So in the case of yachtworld.com, I want to look at boat sales used is a medium competition and still gets a lot of searches. I see up here that there's trader boats low. Not being in the boat industry, I'm not really sure what that is, but it might be a specific thing. So we're just going to go for boat sales used. And so at this point, I would take down, a few ideas. For the sake of this video, I'm only going to kind of grab one from each just so you can get the idea. But I want to look at multiple of these websites. So to kind of save us some time, I skipped forward a little bit, and I've also searched for anchoryahtsales.com. Same thing, I sort by average monthly searches, and I want to look at competition. So, in this case, the most searched one is yacht, but that's not really a great keyword on its own because anybody could be searching that if they want yacht information, yacht clubs, yacht. It's a lot more wide in general than you want to target. So for this one, I looked at boat dealer because I'm like, yeah, I'm a boat dealer. I sell boats. That's something that has a low competition, lots of average searches. That's probably something that's going to be useful for me. Third one quickly, Toronto Yacht Sales. Look through this list. Trader Boats is on there again. Now, if you do anything with Trader Boats, that is a really good keyword for you, but if you don't, that's probably why it's low competition. And so from this one, I grabbed Boat Rentals Toronto. So what you want to do next after you've kind of made a list of these keywords is look into them a little bit further and see what else you can see. So the next step for me when I usually do this is to actually just go right to Google search and start typing in these keywords and seeing what comes up. So some of the things that I'm looking for are at the top here where there's an ad running. The more ads you see running for a keyword you've searched, generally the higher competition you can assume you'll have in ads and SEO. It's not always 100% correlated, but usually when people are spending money on ads for something, obviously they want to show up for that, so it's probably something they're trying to target organically as well for SEO. I think the max number of ads you can see up in the top is 4, and then you can also see 4 on the bottom. You can also see more ads on other pages. So 1 shows you that it's not a really super high competition keyword, so that's good. And then I want to scroll down and see what the organic competition looks like. So organic is everything below the ads and below this map section. The map section kind of follows a few other rules that I'm not going to touch on today. So I can see that the top is Get My Boat, which is top 10 Toronto boats. Number 2 is Harbor Front Center. That one is a business. Now, what I want to be careful for when I'm looking through these is that it can be extremely difficult to compete with listing sites, government sites, and sites that have been around for a really long time. So listing sites are really obvious. They're going to be any sort of Kijiji. This top one, Get My Boat, is a listing site, and kind of the way that listing sites are designed is to create a lot of backlinks for themselves, whether or not that's what they're trying to do. So if you find that you're in competition with a listing site, it's probably not worth your time to try and get above them, because chances are you're not going to be able to, just because of what kind of website that is. Government sites as well, Google wants to know who they can trust, and they're going to trust, what they consider official sources. I guess the last one I touched on there was businesses that have been around for a long time. So I was going to say in theory, but really in practice, the longer you've had a website, the more trustworthy you look to Google, because they don't want to take a risk on a new website that is going to, a new business is going to go under in the next year or something like that. That one is usually harder to tell, but you should probably know who the big ones in your industry are. They're also very often the big corporations. If you're a hardware store, you're not likely going to be like Home Hardware or Rona in SEO. You might in your individual city, depending again on what their strategy is, but these are all things that you want to consider. So I did the same thing for the other keywords. You kind of just want to go through all of these. Again, only 1 ad, so that tells me that it's, I guess there's more at the bottom here. How many ads are shown is one thing that I don't think I've ever been able to peg down with Google. The fact that there are 3 down here and only 1 at the top can be confusing. Maybe it's because they're not spending enough budget on it. I don't really know the answer to that, but definitely check the top and the bottom. If there's lots of ads, there's probably lots of competition. Same thing here. This one has 2 at the top and 3 at the bottom. Now, when you see competition, it doesn't necessarily mean to stay away from it. But if you consistently see 4 at the top and 4 at the bottom, it can be a good sign that it's really competitive. But again, it's not always 100%. So you kind of just want to test around. If you started running ads with these keywords, you would figure out pretty quickly with analytics that, ads analytics, whether you have to spend more to compete. I think I've said this before in videos, but I've had the same ad that I ran in Saskatoon here for $1 a click cost me $15 a click in Calgary because it's a larger city. The last thing that I would recommend doing when trying to figure out keywords is that it's probably likely that you already have some keywords in mind. When I ask my clients the question, if I was a customer, what would you expect me to be searching? So that's basically all that I wanted to show you today. I'm sure there's lots of other ways to find good keywords as well. This is just the strategy that I usually use when I'm getting started. You want to, as a business owner, you'll have a really good idea of what you think your customers are searching, but you also want to make sure to talk to some people who are not in your industry, because it can be easy to get used to your industry terms and think that people are searching what you would search, but maybe they don't know these specific words to search. So again, make sure to just get as big of an idea of what people are looking for, and then you can use some of these techniques today to narrow down and figure out which ones you want to be targeting. So let me know if you have anything else you want me to discuss in terms of finding keywords or even like how to implement them, that sort of thing, and I can definitely make another tutorial on that. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe. It's always really appreciated, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.